Hello, I'm Lester Lee, and welcome to Movies Now at SavannahNow.com. This week, like I promised last week, I'm going to give you my full review of Alice in Wonderland, as well as talk about Green Zone, Remember Me, and She's Out of My League.
And now for our feature presentation.
Now, like I said last week, I went into Alice in Wonderland a little bit wary because, well, when Tim Burton remade Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, also starring Johnny Depp, it fell a little flat for me. And this was extremely disappointing because I really loved the original Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. So in order to avoid being disappointed again, I went in with pretty low expectations. And to be honest, I'm glad I did, because I would have been disappointed again. Now, as it were, I actually enjoyed the movie somewhat. It's definitely not the Alice in Wonderland that you know and love. It's loosely based on Lewis Carroll's book, if that. It actually incorporates a few elements from Through the Looking Glass, a few elements from Alice in Wonderland, more or less characters, and other than that, the storyline is almost completely divergent. It's more of a sequel, Alice's second trip to Wonderland. And it's not Lewis Carroll's at all. In fact, I loved the book. I thought it was really imaginative, and the movie, well, it's pretty predictable.
There is a place like no place on earth. Some say to survive it, you need to be as mad as a hatter, which luckily, I am.
Now, very often, a predictable script is the final nail in the coffin for a movie, and, well, on top of that, Alice in Wonderland kind of dragged at some points, becoming almost boring. But it did have its redeeming factors, and the acting, while it wasn't superb, it was pretty good. And Johnny Depp, who's one of the most versatile actors today, didn't even turn in the best performance of the movie. I thought Mia Wasikowska did a great job as Alice, and while some people are saying she was kind of deadpan or didn't suit the role, I thought she suited it just fine and did a great job. And on top of that, the visual aesthetics of the movie were breathtaking. It's not on par with Avatar, but on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being Blair Witch Project, 10 being Avatar, then it was a strong 7, maybe even a weak 8. And the scenery and costuming were fully immersive and just wonderfully done. Even the parts where it's kind of in an 18th century, 17th century Victorian feel were just really believable, and I really liked that about the film too. Now, Alice in Wonderland wasn't wonderful, but if you're a Tim Burton fan, you'll probably enjoy it, even if it's $14 for a 3D ticket.
And if you believe it is.
In what looks like it could be the latest in the series of Bourne movies, but actually isn't, we have The Green Zone, starring Matt Damon again as an action star who this time remembers his identity and is going rogue and trying to stop nuclear missiles in Iraq and all kinds of wonderful things. And, well, if you like the Bourne movies like Bourne Ultimatum, Bourne Supremacy, then you'll probably like Green Zone.
What do you think you're doing here, Miller? You're off reservation for a reason. What is it?
I came here to find weapons and save lives.
It's a little more complicated than that.
Well, not to me, it isn't.
Remember Me is the latest movie starring Robert Pattinson of Twilight fame, and in this movie he's trying to win someone's love, but it's not Kristen Stewart, and he's also not a sparkling vampire. Now, while it's not Twilight, it will probably appeal to the same people who like Twilight, so if that includes you, go see Remember Me.
What desserts do you have?
I have my dessert first.
What is that?
This is our appetizer.
That's why chicks dig you, man. They love this freaky poetic crap.
In She's Out of My League, we see a lowly TSA agent who is socially awkward and is trying to get back with his crazy ex-girlfriend, and he's not exactly the type of guy you would expect to score a really hot chick, but since it's the movies, he does. And everything's going swimmingly until his friends start giving him advice that doesn't really help, and his parents start picking apart the relationship that seems so unreasonable. Now, it's a romantic comedy, so if that's the kind of movie you're into, go see She's Out of My League.
Do you know what your problem is, Kirk?
What?
You're a moodle.
A moodle?
A man poodle. Girls, they want to take you out on a walk, they want to feed you, they want to cuddle you, but no girl wants to do the moodle.
No one would ever do a moodle.
No.
You can see Green Zone, Remember Me, and She's Out of My League starting Friday, March 12th, 2010. For local times and listings, go to savannahnow.com/do/moviesnow. And of course, there's also Alice in Wonderland, and I'll leave that decision up to you. Finally, having run out of sisters to wish happy birthday to, I'm Lester Lee from Movies Now at SavannahNow.com.